Okay, we are here for another Choose Your Path with me, your host, Sherontelle Dirskell, celebrity publicist, motivational speaker, and author of My Now Entrepreneur and Number One Habit series for entrepreneurial success. Yay! We are here. Hey, Erica. Yes, oh, you made it. Hello, Glamel. How are you? All right, we're waiting for our guest to join. Her request. Oh, that worked! Oh my gosh! Let me fix this.
Hi,
Yay!
honey.
Hello, my love. You can hear me?
I can hear you well. Can you
Oh,
hear?
wonderful. Yes,
Can you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. Oh, hey, Tashima. I was just giving shout outs to those early birds that's on here. Hello, hello.
Hey,
Everyone, I really
everybody.
appreciate it. I know, right? This is so cool. I'm so excited about this day. Thank you so much. Like, I really
Me
appreciate you being here.
too. Me too. I'm honored. I'm honored.
I always have my pen and paper because I always say I'm a forever student, and I know that you're going to probably say something that's going to inspire me, and I'm going to write it down and make
Oh,
it plain.
I should do the same. I should do the same. Awesome. Well,
You know
I'll
how
keep it.
sometimes you
I'll
have an
keep it right
idea?
here.
You keep right there. Okay. You know how sometimes you have an idea and you're like, oh my goodness, that was such a good idea. And then it just,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, for some reason it just passed away. I don't know where it goes. Like she's saying
Absolutely.
hello. Hi, Glenelle. All right. So the point of these, I titled it Choose Your Path. When the pandemic hit, I was like, okay, what do I do? Everything, all my events and everything was canceled, right? So I was like, why not go live and have some conversations with my friends? I was like, I can have some conversations with my friends that'll probably inspire me, see how they're doing during this time, and all is well. Um, this has grown into something that I didn't even know that it could grow into, and here we are. I want
That's
people to
amazing.
know, yeah, it's so beautiful. I want people to know that even though we may go through a pandemic or crisis, that we can really create the life that we want. You just have to believe and really understand that there's a process to it, right? How are you doing during this pandemic?
Oh, girl. Just about as good as everybody else, I suppose. It has also changed my life from the inside out. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I think is like a big thing for everybody because with everything that's going on in the world, I feel like we've all kind of been ripped out of our comfort zone and kind of forced to look within and really reflect on our personal lives. And, so many people are going through transformations right now. So
So
I
many.
am, yeah, so I am as well, personally, professionally. It's also inspired me to think about other things and take on other things. And like you said, I wanted to tell you, I connected with you when you did your interview with Omar Wilson.
Yes, right.
And because I watched it, because I'm on the label as well. And
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh my God, I really connect with this woman. Because you were like throwing out like gems, like spiritual stuff. And I'm all about that. And I was like, oh my God, I really want to connect with her. And we ended up doing it organically. And here we are.
Here we are, right? Exactly. And then even through your messages, even through the music that I've listened to, I just fell in love with your entire soul. I was like, she is such a
Oh,
beautiful light in this
thank you.
world. And I so appreciate you like answering that call that I always talk about and knowing that you have something beautiful inside of you that now we get to experience. That is, thank you.
Oh, that's so
Thank you for your gift.
beautiful. No,
Yes,
thank you.
thank you for your gift.
Yes, I feel the same way about you. So, it's reciprocated.
Oh my goodness. We had such, and Omar wasn't. Shout out to Omar Wilson remaking that amazing song Secret Garden. Like that, we need that at this time right now. We need love, 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 love.
Yes, love, real music, real R&B. Okay.
Yes.
You know, this is the time for the realness. You know,
Abs-
this is the time for everything. You know, one of the things I thought when the pandemic happened and everything changed was, you know, real music, real uplifting, positive music, and real
mhm.
messages. It was kind of like taboo. It was kind of like it was hard for that to get, you know, attention. And I feel like it's finally getting the attention, you know?
Finally. Yes, exactly. And because that's what happens when we're in situations that we can't control. It's like it almost forces us to look at what we may have not been paying attention to. That's a beautiful thing. It's another thing too where people need to know that it's our mind that takes us out of every situation, whatever we may find ourselves in. Our mind, we have to keep that. It's the most precious thing in the world, and it's so easy to lose. If you know what I mean, it's
Oh,
very
yeah,
easy to lose if you become a slave of it instead of its master. Yeah.
that is true. See, I need to write that down. I need to write that down. No, it's really, really true. That's actually something I've been working on, to be quite honest, because, like I said, our lives are also personally transforming. And
Yes.
it's like I'm very sensitive to energy, so I can easily get out of balance. So when that happens, I literally feel like I'm spiraling and I'm not in control. So literally the only thing that helps is meditation. And after I do that, I feel like, okay,
I could
you
do
know,
it.
yes, like I'm in control now. I choose what my day is going to be. And, you know, I feel so much more grounded. And it's so important right now, especially.
It is. It is. There was times in my life where I didn't know how to navigate through issues and problems. That definitely came with trial and error. But now that I know, I feel like I have to give it back. You know what I mean? Like I have to give it back. Even
Yes.
though my events are canceled, I have to find another way. I have to adapt and adjust because this is already happening, right?
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, this is already happening. So let's talk about some words. I wrote them down: sound, frequency,
Ooh.
energy, and vibration. Which one you want
Oh,
to start with?
right up my alley. All of them. um, Start from the beginning.
Okay, let's start with sound. I'm going to check that off.
Okay, so
You want me to do it? You want me to do it first?
yeah.
I can, okay, because this is a conversation, so I'll give my little 2 cents to the sound. Sound for me is one of those things that definitely can help you evolve and grow. When you think about a baby in the womb, and the baby is growing, and they can come out and remember the mom's voice because of the vibration and the sound that was giving off through, we can go all deep and stuff like that. But when you think about that, just the whole motherhood and the sound, that to me is very important. So that's why we have to be careful about what we listen to and what we put in our ear gates, right? Because it can really affect how we feel. So that's me
Absolutely.
on sound. You go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. I agree. I'm a true believer that whatever we hear goes into our subconscious, whether we know it or not, even throughout the day. And I can tell if something is like not resonating with me, or, you know, like if I turn on the news and it's like, da, 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 I'm
Whew.
just like,
I can't watch it.
yeah. And it's not a pleasant sound to my soul. So I'll immediately put on, you know, one of I have all different types of playlists on my phone, and I immediately put on something, you know, peaceful, because, like I said, I'm so sensitive to energy. So sound is really important as far as how our see, all these words are going to come together.
They're going to
Our
come together, right? I know. I'm like the
yeah,
energy and the vibes. Yeah, go ahead. You can speak on
yeah,
it.
like
Speak on it.
it affects our vibration, you know, what we surround ourselves with, what we listen to, what we watch on TV, you know, the people we're around.
Mm-hmm.
So I think sound is a huge, underrated um, tool that we can use in a more positive way if we are aware of it.
If we are aware, and sometimes we're not aware of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we don't notice it. That's why we have to really go within and find out who we are, find out what our purpose is. Why am I here? Why am I here? And stop
Exactly.
wasting time. Like we are literally wasting time. If I hope, you know what I mean, to get to see the end of whatever this is, the season, right? I hope to, but when I do reach that, I want to come out a better woman. I want to come out a better leader. I
Yes.
want to come out a better speaker. I want to come out I want to come out better. And I want everyone that's on here to come out better too. I want them to see that. So us having these conversations as creatives, we're doing our work.
Yes, tell me about it. Oh my goodness gracious. I want to be the same. I want to be better. I want to come out stronger. Like I said, it's inspiring me with so many new goals, and so I'm right with you. Right with you.
VH1 theme songs, Billboard Top 25, #1 R&B US bestseller. And you also did like an international song where you collaborated with Brian McKnight as well. That was
Mhm.
like in 2014 something. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm very bad with writing down questions. Okay. I'm very good with conversation. It
No,
makes me
that's
very
even
nervous.
better.
Okay. So it's better, right? Okay. I had to put empowered visionary on the flyer because that right there, you have done some amazing things and I will never overlook that. But when you see empowered visionary, that wow, he gave you an amazing job, the higher being, right? Empowered visionary because you have to deal with what is, and then
Mhm.
you have to trust what it is that you see that isn't really right now, right?
Oh my God, speak on it.
Like empowered though, so that means that you know what, yes, it looks like this, yes, we're doing this, but I see this and this is where we're going, this is where you're going, and this is where you can go. That's what I get
Yes.
out of when I hear your, oh my god, when I hear your voice on this song, because I was putting it on every flyer.
Oh,
So
good. Thank
Erica,
you.
Erica
Thank you.
came. I
Thank you.
love, first and foremost, I love Disney movies, right? I
Mhm.
am always, I'm a kid at heart. I watch the animated movies. I love Broadway. I love musicals because you
Yes.
get to see them in character, in their costumes, in their
Yes.
shush, and you get to hear real live music with the band up in the front killing your eardrums, but it's
Right?
good, right?
Because you can feel the frequency.
You can feel the frequency, and right now is so silent because I always go to the shows. It's silent, so when I get to feel that when I hear this song, I'm like, oh my goodness, she redid the classical song of Colors of the Wind, and you did an amazing job. Tell me about this project.
Thank you so much. Well, it was very unexpected. I wasn't expecting to cover it at all, actually. And in March, my grandmother passed, and
My
she,
condolences.
thank you, thank you. She was such an amazing woman, a true earth goddess. She used to mine crystals literally in the earth. She used to go up to Nova Scotia, and ever since I was little, when I would go visit her, she would literally pick me up in her arms and teach me about crystals and the earth. And she always,
No way.
yes, yes.
I'm about to do something that's real crazy, but Excuse me, PA. Excuse me, PA. I have to show you something. This is the most beautiful crystal you ever seen.
Oh,
Excuse me,
nice.
PA. Anthony, can you bring that tell Carlos to give you the brown? Yeah, the brown was sparkly. Yeah. But go ahead, tell me the story. It's so beautiful.
Yes, so she would teach me about the crystals. She always had a beautiful flower garden every year that was so magical, and she was so proud of it. And she got so much happiness just from, working with the earth. And after she passed, first of all, she left me her entire crystal collection, which is mind blowing. I could spend an hour just showing you everything. It's
Oh my
we'll have
goodness.
to
We'll have
share
to, but I'll
at some
just show you
point.
my favorite one. Like, this is my favorite one. Oh my God. It is so,
Oh, that's beautiful.
yeah, I love them. I have some, it's in I have that little white stone garden that you have
Mm-hmm.
with the fork, and it has the Buddha statue on it. It's so beautiful. And
Oh,
I have this
nice.
sitting on there, and I have some other
I
crystals
think that's
upstairs as well.
aragonite. I think.
Yes, yes, something
That's
like
what,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Isn't
one of
it
my
so
favorites.
beautiful?
It's so
Oh
gorgeous. It's
my God.
so gorgeous. I love
I
those.
love your grandmother's spirits.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
goodness.
She was such an artist. She was a painter. She was just such a creative soul, and she loved to laugh, and she was all heart. And so not too long after she passed, I went for a walk, and I had my music on in my headphones. I was walking, and this song came up, "Colors of the Wind," the Vanessa Williams,
Oh
and
wow.
all of a sudden I felt her spirit so strong. I was like bawling, walking down to the water, and I didn't even care who saw me. I was just feeling her spirit so strong, and I heard her actually speaking to me the most beautiful messages. It was like I totally opened up,
Oh
and she asked me to keep her spirit alive, and it was so beautiful. And I was getting the nudge, like, sing this song, like, record it, put it out to the world. Like, the world needs this right now. The world needs to remember the beauty of the earth, the beauty of creation and nature and all that it has to offer. It's like a time for everyone to get back to their roots.
exactly.
So it was like a download I had, and I connected with her so strongly. And, I actually did like a demo of it, and I let my label hear it, and they were like, "Oh, we have to put this out, and we have to like really do this." And so we had to get Disney's permission.
Yeah.
So we didn't know that. We just thought we could get a license like a normal, like any other song that was previously done. But we
Mm-hmm.
found out, like, no, Disney has to approve this. And I was just like, you know what? I feel like this is in alignment. And so Disney heard it, they approved it, which made me so happy. And so I released it, I dedicated it to her. So that's how it came about.
That's how it came about. And that's why I sit here with my cup of coffee, because my grandmother raised me and she's no longer with us.
Aw.
And we would have a cup of coffee and a conversation. So I feel like every time when I have these conversations, I'm bringing her along, and she's like, go ahead, tell them, baby. You got it.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love
Ah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So she is with
Nice.
us, and your grandmother is with us every step of the way, and I am
Oh,
so
yeah,
grateful for them. Right? I'm so grateful for them because
absolutely.
now they're angels. They're protecting us. So it's a beautiful
Yes.
thing. What are some of your values? This is a two-part question. What are some of your values, and what keeps you moving forward?
Well, the one word that I like to utilize, is the word substance. Um, it's actually the name of my second album, by the way. I just feel like for many years it's been a lack of substance in the world, in music, in entertainment, in movies. I mean, I've been dying to see a good movie like for years. Like a movie that moves you. Like
Yes.
it's called movie, right? Like I like to be moved. And I always end up at home on Netflix going back to the oldies
The same
because
stuff, right?
yeah, because
Yep,
there's
I've been
not a
doing
lot of
that.
emotion in movies. Like it's either horror or it's Marvel or I mean, a lot of the stuff is cool and all, but I mean, so see, I'm going on a rant, but so
But I get it though, because sometimes when it's all of that, when we're in a certain space in life, there's a time and place for it. You know what I mean? Like there's a time
right.
and a place for trap music. I think I have no opinions on anyone's genre of music or whatever music they chose, because I feel like we need music for the strip clubs, before the quarantine. We need music for religious reasons. We need music for it's all relevant.
Yeah, it's
You know what
true.
I mean? It's all relevant. So it's a beautiful thing and it's absolutely necessary. But when we're in a time such as this where the world is on fire, you have racism going on, you have this pandemic that we really don't know what it is, but we're just going by whatever, what we have to go by what they're saying. So we got to try to make sure that we're protecting ourselves. But yet life
Hmm.
is still happening. You can't just completely stop working. So you just have to trust and know that you'll be safe and continue to move forward, right? I
Right?
don't know.
Yeah,
That's how I'm
absolutely.
looking at it. Yeah.
And that's just what I bring, what I offer, substance with everything, whether it's a conversation, like of course we were meant to talk
We
because
were
you
definitely meant.
you have the same, you have so much substance to you, and I just think it's lacking, and it needs to be more relevant. And as far as moving forward, I feel like I was saying earlier, it's time for that. So I finally feel like okay, like there's a open lane for this. So
Absolutely.
I'm now ready to walk into this, and the world will be more open to it.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Erica Kane, Colors of the Wind. That is amazing. Did you
Thank you.
ever doubt any time on this musical journey that you have been on that you wouldn't be successful?
Oh, yes. I went through so many phases. Oh my goodness. The beginning of my career in 2010, I thought the music industry was what I watched growing up. You
Uh-huh.
know, you work hard, you're dedicated, you put everything into your craft, and it'll all work out because that's what you're
Right.
taught.
Right.
And then I ran into every obstacle you could possibly think of. And then I had to really, like, I was scratching my head. I was like, what is like, why are there all these blocks? Why is it? So I had to go through a serious awakening, and it turned into a spiritual awakening to understand why everything happened the way it happened. Um, I turned down a lot of offers, a lot of money. I could write a book on on the types of conversations I had with, major labels and just different opportunities for exposure. And
Mm-hmm.
I turned so much down because after I was awakened, I realized, like, oh my God, like, I'm actually being protected. I'm not being stopped. I'm being protected. And so coming full circle now, I'm grateful for everything because I know what my purpose is now. It's not to be famous, to be, on the TV every day or on the radio every day and have everybody like fawn over me. Like, that's not what I crave. I want to show artists and women and younger girls that you can be successful without compromising your integrity. And
Yes.
that's what my true purpose is.
Yes, you can, and I'm so grateful for my journey. In music, I was like, oh my goodness, this is a scary place, but I'm in it and I'm ready and I love it. But 3 years ago, my heart completely stopped. And
Oh my God.
when I was able to heal and get through all of that, I realized that I wanted to be a speaker. I didn't know what that industry, that's a totally different industry. I'm like, wow, I'm going from music to speaking. And it has been such an amazing journey, right? I'm just so grateful that I realized, and it seems that you have too, is that I want to choose my own path. I don't want anybody to choose that for me. I have the strength that
Yes.
I can choose it in how I want to create it. I can do that, and I'm in control of that, and nobody else can do it. Kudos.
That's exactly,
Kudos.
yes, that's exactly what I did, and that's exactly why we're connecting right
That's
now.
exactly why we're connecting. This is definitely not by accident. So I am very
No,
grateful for it.
me
I
too.
have to take a moment. And I know it sounds like a paid promotion, but I have to take a moment and shout out my sponsor. 10K Cards is a business digital card. Now that we're in this time that we're in, right? You know how we have the paper cards and here, take my number or email me or whatever. Now you have your own QR code where you can just open up your phone and someone can scan that QR code and all of your social media sites and music and all of that will come up on their phone, almost like a Netflix app. It'll look like, but it'll be your face. How cool is that?
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah. So that's our gift to you. Shout out to 10K Cards. Look at all the
Oh,
hearts.
thank you. I love that. That's
That is such a
beautiful.
yeah, that's such a cool idea, especially with this time. Talk about adapting and adjusting, right?
Yes.
What is that one thing that a song needs in order for it to be complete?
Well, I'm a perfectionist,
Uh
so
huh.
to me, it's never complete, and all of you perfectionists out there know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, however, however, as long as long as it's from the heart and it's real, it's complete. It's complete.
It's complete.
In
All
that
right,
way, yes.
that sounds good. What do you like? What do you enjoy outside of music?
Um, I love to read.
Uh huh.
I love to be in nature. I'm so connected to nature. I love to go for walks, yoga, meditation. Um, I like to travel, but it obviously we haven't been able to for a while. So
Right.
I'm finding solace kind of going within, and that's kind of what I've been doing for other than writing music is like my absolutely favorite thing to do. So that's
Ah,
important.
that is so important. Meditation, I absolutely love. I used to work in New York City at NYU, and one of the girls there,
Mm.
she kind of taught me, about meditation. And then one time I went to a meditation center where I was able to develop, and I don't want to say master, but I'm pretty good. I can do about 2.5 hours good on a pillow for sure.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
impressive.
that is right.
Um,
I used to do like 5 minutes, maybe,
yeah.
right? And
Wow,
then,
that's really
yeah,
impressive.
I can take those thoughts and whatever and be like, okay, thank you. Bye bye. I'm
Bye
doing
bye.
something here. Bye bye.
Right.
I learned that from a monk that taught me that he's like, it's okay. You're supposed to have those. They're supposed to be there. It's just that you have control of whether or not you want to grab hold to it or realize it's there and release it. And I was like,
Yes.
oh,
Yes. And I think that's the biggest misconception about meditation that people maybe don't know is that
uh-huh.
you it's nothingness, but it's actually everything
It's
because you're connected to everything without your thoughts controlling you. So I definitely don't do 2.5 hours. That's very inspiring.
everything.
I can go up to an hour, and I forgot to mention also I'm a Reiki master. I don't know if you.
No, I don't think I've seen that anywhere.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
well
Nope.
It's a lot of people don't know this about me, this whole side, but it's a
Okay, I
form
love
of,
it.
yes, it's a form of energy healing. The specific kind that I was taught was Japanese. And because other than just the physical body, obviously we have an energetic body and an emotional body. So a lot of people that have physical illnesses don't know that it's usually related to an emotion that's not that's suppressed, that because we're good at suppressing stuff in the world that we live in. And
Yes, silent
um
tears.
yes, so it's just bringing the awareness to the emotional body and the energetic body. And I also use crystals when I do the healing work too, and it's just so beautiful. It's
Oh my
beautiful.
God, I bet it is. I'm gonna have to experience that one day. I was so
Yes.
excited when you talked about your grandmother and a crystal because I'm like, oh my God, I love crystals. Are you kidding me? I go
Yep.
to the store. I used to go to the store in New York City. I'm in Connecticut. I told you that. I'm in
Yeah.
Connecticut, and I would go into New York City and go in this store that has all these beautiful crystals. Oh my goodness. You
Mm-hmm.
don't want to leave. And I think that's the thing with meditation too, is that the reason why I was able to do so long at this point is because I was in an environment that actually forced me to sit there on the pillow, and I wasn't going to fall asleep. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to, I had to do it. And plus the vibration, when it's the same thing when you go to the gym. You go to the gym because you want to be in an environment where people share the same thing that you do. So when
Right.
you're in a meditation center where there's literally 100 people easily, probably more than that, on a pillow, and it's quiet and there's just a candle lit in this huge room, it forces you to say, hey, let me pay attention to this. I'm here. I'm in this moment. And before you know it, time doesn't even exist because it's all an illusion.
Oh. Oh
Time is
yes.
an illusion anyway, right? Time is an
This is
illusion.
true.
But
This
I
is
always
true.
just say 2.5 hours just to inspire, to say, like, let's not even think about the time because I started at 5 minutes and then it was 10 and then it was 20, then it
Mm-hmm.
was 30, so time is
Yeah,
an illusion. It doesn't
you,
even matter.
yeah, and that's another reason. Like I was saying before, if I feel like I'm like spiraling out and I'm not in control, the meditation brings me back, because before that, it's like, oh my God, time is running away. Oh my God, it's already 4, it's already 6, it's already 8. I'm like, I haven't gotten anything done. What's happening? Like, I feel like I'm in a vortex. But when I meditate and I come back, time like slows down. Everything slows down because your
Everything
thoughts
slows down.
slow down. So it really is a tool. And let me just also show you that
Oh, yes, please.
I have this for our call. This beautiful amethyst.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That is
So
so
I
funny.
so I have it
Wow.
right in front of me for
Great
our
minds think
call.
alike.
So yes, yes, love it.
I love it. Do you ever feel like, I hear this word a lot? Um, Maybe I say it in a different way, but I don't actually use it, but I'm gonna use it in this sentence. Do you ever feel like you had to sacrifice anything for your dream, your purpose, your mission?
No, because I chose not to every single time. Every single
Yeah.
time. Um, my fans have, I don't really, speak about every single situation, because I also don't want people to be upset about the music business. I don't want to taint anybody,
Oh no, you
but,
don't even have to do that, right?
and I
And
don't have to do that.
it's just not even just music. It's just going after your dream, period. You know how some people say,
Yeah.
like, well, I don't want to do it because if this, or what if this? People look at those things as a sacrifices. If someone doesn't want to be their friend,
Mm.
you know what I mean? They sacrifice themselves to stay in that position because they don't want to lose that person. It could be several things. It definitely
Yep.
does not have to be. But I know sometimes people will take a word and wrap it around what they perceive. And we're not just talking about music here, we're talking about life. We
Yeah.
are definitely talking about music, but we're talking about life. We're talking about energy. We're talking about vibrations. We're talking about spirituality. It's so many, it's just such a vast amount of different things that we're talking about, that if you have that perception that it's just music, then that's just the way they're thinking. That doesn't have
Yes.
anything to do with us.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
So you
Exactly.
don't feel that way. And I don't either. Like, I don't feel like I had to sacrifice anything. I feel like maybe I couldn't give my 100% attention to everything, but I was making sure that I stayed on course on the mission, no matter what it was looking like, and no matter how many negative vibes was coming my way, and positive. It's the yin yang. It's
Mm-hmm.
positive and negative happening all at the same time. You got to be able to kind of like balance it. So knowing that that would happen, that could happen, and knowing that this could happen, both things,
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I had to sacrifice. I don't. Every
Good.
day I wake up and I love what I do, and I want to do more of it. So that's not a sacrifice. That's a
No.
duty. That's a right. We're supposed to be doing that, right? We're supposed to be
Yes,
doing that. We're supposed to
absolutely.
be doing that. I want to be like waking people up. It's like literally like so many people are walking around and it looks as if they're awake, but they're actually sleeping, and they're not like actually looking at the reality and what's going on. Like, it's like, I really need you to come out of that trance, and I need you to
Yes.
know that you can choose your path. This is not, I'm not asking people for anything. I may share my products, yes, but at the end of the day, my intent is always with love. My intent is always good. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, I'm an entrepreneur. Of course, I'm going to share products and things that I want to share with the world, but those are things that are dear to my heart. Everything that I do, from publicists, I want to see people shine. By the way, shout out to your team, because you have an amazing team.
Yes. Shout out to
Not
my team.
everybody, not everybody is grateful to have a good team, but you have an amazing team, and I want to thank everybody for sharing the conversation. Thank you for setting this up. I appreciate you all. What a great, you got it.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, I'm very happy with my team. It took many
yes.
years to create a good, strong, tight circle. So I'm blessed for sure.
Yes, you have a very good team. What advice would you give someone right now who's on their way?
In any path.
Uh, they're on their path, whatever path that may be. Maybe somebody's on here and they're on their path to be a graphic designer. One is a chef. One, they don't want to be an
Yeah.
entrepreneur. They're excited with the position of whatever it is that they're creating, because we need
Yeah.
everyone. We need our nurses. We need our doctors. We need everybody. Wherever
Absolutely.
they're on a journey.
Absolutely.
We don't know where they're on
Absolutely.
their way to, but we know that they're on
That's
a
right.
journey.
That's right.
Give
I
them
would
something.
say I would say follow your intuition. Follow your intuition, follow your gut, allow
Yeah.
yourself to be guided, because
Oh,
everything that happens is not like a, what I've learned is the obstacles that I face, I realized were the biggest blessings of my life, because it brought me to my knowingness of my true purpose. So
intuition.
so there's a balance between, I think this is everybody's struggle to learn. There's a
Mm.
balance between taking action and allowing the higher power to do their thing. So it's finding that balance of when to go forward, when to take action, and when to allow and be guided, and have the understanding that everything happens for a reason. Um, I learned that many, many times over, and so that's what I would say.
What is one of the biggest lessons you've learned in this pandemic? For me, I learned that I wasn't in control of,
Me too.
even though I feel like I swear that I am, but that was one of my biggest lessons that I learned. I know
Yep.
that life happens, but that
Life
was one of my
really
lessons.
happened this time. Life really happened this time. Yeah, same for me. Same for me. I'm a little
You
bit of
too?
well, I'm not a little bit. I'm a lot of a control freak, a little bit over my life. And so I had to learn um, to let it happen and that it's opening new doors. And I think it has opened new doors for everybody, like
Better.
across the globe. I mean, people are switching careers. People are doing what they love. Like all of a sudden, they're choosing to do what they love. They're choosing their path, right?
Right.
It's
So
amazing.
I think it's so beautiful. I mean, new businesses are emerging. The ones when I tell people like if that failed, that's fine. Pay attention to what it is that you should be doing. Shout
Yes.
out to Inspiring Decisions. She said, "Me too." Aw. See, we're not
Yes.
alone. We are not alone. We are not alone.
Yes. No, we're all in this together.
We are all in this together. Who, name some of your inspirations.
Whew. Well, I have a long list, an eclectic list. My, I'll start with the real early list. My father
Okay.
introduced me to the oldies when I was young, like the Fred Astaire, Judy Garland, Julie Andrews. So I'm a student of music, entertainment as well. So those are some big inspirations as far
Judy
as
Garland.
yes.
I love
Me too.
her.
Me too.
I
Me
was
too.
watching the movie the other day. I probably watched it like 5 times. I was like,
I know she was a gem,
she
total
was
gem.
a total gem.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And I studied her in college too. But go ahead. Okay, so dad
Oh, you
introduced you.
did?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God, that is so cool. That is so
Yeah, I
cool.
did. It was so funny. Like I did a whole I had to do a whole presentation on the Wizard of Oz, like the whole history of it before screen. And
Wow.
it was just the coolest thing and I had so much fun. But she was a very big inspiration to my life. Her and Frank Sinatra, I absolutely his whole
Right.
life. And then everything
Wow.
else, you know, I love the Beethovens and I felt like as a publicist, even though that's a totally different area, right? I'm not a producer, I'm not a singer, a songwriter, or anything like that. But I started my first client was a music producer by the name of Focus. He works with Aftermath Entertainment. Amazing guy, my brother. And I started with him, and because I felt he was just so amazing, I had to make sure that I mastered not only my craft, but understood what he did. So I taught myself how to read music. I went back and
Mm,
listened to other stuff and understanding the importance of rhythm, melody, and harmony. All of those things just by watching him do what he do and listening to his music and really honing into his sound. I mean,
right.
I really think that I feel like I got his sound so down packed that if you played someone and put a blindfold on me, I promise you I would probably pick out his sound because
Yeah.
I was all in. That's what you
Right.
do, right? When you're all in, you go all
You're
in.
all in. That's right.
People need to really trust the process. When you're on a mission, there's going to be so many things that's going to come. When you watch, what was that show? Oh goodness, I can't even think of it. I can't even think of it right now. Star Wars.
Hmm.
When you think of that, when they're on a mission and all those meteorites and all of that stuff hit the ship, that never stopped them. They go
That's
and they
right.
repair, they do whatever they got to do, but they're still focused on the mission. And that's how we have to be with our dreams, our visions, our goals. Maybe not
Hmm.
even put too many goals. You know, if you want to try one a day, start there. And then before you know it, a whole week, you did like seven, right? Seven
Right.
goals completed, done, closer to your dream.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you're going to enjoy the process and you'll be doing more and more and more. And it'll just come really easy to you because now you've mastered the craft of whatever that thing is. And you
That's true.
definitely, I mean, you definitely mastered your craft. I mean, Colors of the Wind, Pocahontas.
Yes.
Like, you
Thank
understand the
you.
magnitude of that? That is huge,
I
huge,
know.
huge,
So
huge.
it's a special release. It means so much to me because of what I explained before. It's not just like a regular song that I did. It's like really, really special. And I know
Hmm.
like the message of the song alone and what it means is important. So it's all beautiful.
It's all beautiful. Do you have, before COVID, do you have like that favorite song that you love to sing, you love to perform?
Before COVID, what was life like before
No.
COVID?
If someone's
Um,
taking if you got in the car and you went back, like you rewind the time. I'm going to go back to 2014. We're in
man,
2014.
man. I don't know. I usually like I was saying before, the music I listen to is like older music. Like my playlist is like 90s to early 2000s, maybe up to 2010. Like
Yeah.
R&B, like my R&B playlist is like 500 songs and it's usually from that era. I mean, some back before, so I don't know if I could pick one. That'd be too hard.
That would probably be very hard. A lot of the music lately that I've been listening to, like I love Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Hmm.
And reason being is that I can hear the drums. I can feel the drums. I can feel the instruments. I need
Yes.
that. I almost
Yes.
thought like I don't have a vinyl record, like a record player. I need to get one. Like I don't have one. I need that. I need to go back to that time of sipping the coffee and putting the 45 on and just letting it play until they go boop, boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop.
Well, I hear that that's coming back, or it was coming back,
Oh, I think
or
it's coming back.
it probably will. I think everything's coming back in a way.
I seen an artist here on Instagram, and he was selling 100 of them, and he would put his signature to it for the first 100 that would buy it or whatever. And I was like, oh my goodness, they are coming
Mm.
back. I was in a department store recently, and I seen some really cool albums, and I'm like, oh man, this is so beautiful.
Hmm. Yeah, it's so nice to see that. I think I saw Sade is putting out like a whole bunch of her. I don't know if it's vinyl. I swear I saw something like that, but she's putting out like a big release of like a lot of her music. It may be vinyl. I'm not sure, but it looks really special. So, if she does it, then it's coming back.
Then it's
It's coming back. It's official.
she put the official stamp on it. Oh my
Hmm.
goodness. What how do you how do you do the work life balance?
Meditation.
That keeps you that's how you're able to do it. I just
Hmm.
recently learned how to goal set. Making
Mm.
sure that I would spread myself so thin that I had nothing left for me. And
Yeah.
now I don't do that so much. It's like you have to send the email, you have to schedule, you know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah.
spend so much time on so many things that is not my friend said the other day, is the person being an asset or a liability to you? And it has nothing to do with money,
Right.
nothing at all,
Right.
right? And I'm like, you're absolutely right. And it feels
Mhm.
so good to do that. So that's why I always ask, like, when I know that there are some people such as yourself so successful and great at what you do and have answered to your calling, how do you do that work life balance? Because a lot of people feel like they can't do it. There's not enough time in the day. And maybe if we
Right.
actually, took control and actually looked at our schedule and say, what am I going to do today? Then we'll have time to do more of those things that we love, spend time with those people that we love, and do the thing that we love all at the same
Yes.
time.
Yes, energy is the greatest currency, right? It's like whatever we feed our energy to, that's what gets stronger, that's what develops. So you have to make time for yourself. And like I said, meditation, because to me, that's time for myself. This time, it's like, it's for my health, my well-being, my mental health, my
Yes.
spiritual health, my physical health. So if I don't do that, I notice, I'm really not focused and I'm trying to do too many things, like you said, and there's nothing left in the day. So yeah, it's what am I going to do today, and what am I not going to do today is the question.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. And that's the question. So we have to be definitely mindful of how we're spending our time and what we're doing. I don't want people to, I know that there are a lot of uh, grief going on with the pandemic. We've lost a lot of people, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. And I just want to be a little light to say, here we
Yes.
are. Come on.
Yes,
We're going through this together.
I think we need that. We need to be more supportive of each other. Like, uh, I don't, I don't go online as much. Uh, let's just say I don't go on I don't search around as much as I used to. I don't go looking around as much as I used to, because I see so many people going after each other online. And I gotta say, like, words are, big. Like, even if it's a stranger you don't even know, and you're going back and forth and arguing, and there's just so much hate out there.
It
And it's like,
is.
this is a time where we need each other.
I
Like,
do.
we need to support each other. Like, we may not all have the same beliefs or whatever, but like, this is a time where we need to come together. Like, come on. This is it. This is it. This is our time to shine. Humanity.
Exactly.
you know?
Are you able to talk about um, substance, or you could just say it's coming up?
No, Substance was my second album. It's actually,
Okay.
it's out
Okay.
there.
So, oh,
It's out
okay.
there everywhere. Yep. I named it Substance. It was released in 2012 because,
Oh, it's out there. Out there.
yeah,
I didn't see that one. Okay.
yep, because I felt it was like, that was the time period where I felt like we were kind of losing that in the world in many areas. So, so I put it into my music.
And I got to go back and listen to it.
Hmm.
How do you do songwriting and you do producing? Did I see
Hmm.
something? You do producing?
Hmm.
Tell me about that. How? I
I
love
love
women
that.
producers.
Yes, me too. Um, it kind of just developed when all my other tools and gifts developed. Like, for example, pretty much everything started, like, I started honing into my abilities with songwriting and production and recording. Like, I started before I was signed to my label. I actually learned, Pro Tools. I learned everything because back then I was surrounded with so many vultures that wanted to control me and control every little thing. And I was just like, oh, I can't take it anymore. So it motivated me to learn, not so much learn, but tap into these gifts that I didn't even know I had. And so that's how it started. And as far as production, I love production. I'm a producer on my label, and I also was a producer for Secret Garden.
No, no way.
Yep, vocally. And it was so cool because I grew up listening to Drew Hill. I grew up listening to Boyz II Men, and to be able to have, their their vocals were in the best hands ever. Okay, because
You
because
were
I
like
know
all in. Yes. And you
because
were
I know what they
inspired.
inspired. I knew what they wanted. I'm also an artist, so I was connected in that area as well. But yeah, I put the pieces together, and it sort of sounds like they all recorded in the same studio, right? Like the record, because they all recorded in different places. And just working on Cisco's harmony blends alone was like, oh my God, like I'm in heaven. Like he's like my favorite singer of all time. And like being able to produce on that record was amazing.
That is so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with me. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm learning like so many different things. I learned about substance. I learned, oh my goodness, that you were a part of that project. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that song a lot.
Yeah, me too. Me too. We
And I
heard it
try
like a
to
million
share
times.
it. Yeah, and I try to share it as much as I can when I see it coming, or I'll be thinking about Omar, and I'm like, oh my God, what an amazing, hardworking guy! Like so passionate about what he does. So I want to
Yeah.
help any way that I can. Let me share it. Yes.
Yes, and you did. You did.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Like, thank you. Wow, that is amazing. We
So cool.
See, let me tell you why time don't even exist, right?
Because it's already
Because
an
we've been
hour. Oh, damn it. Damn it.
that is so wild to me. Like how
It
that
is.
happens. Like it's really so fast. You
It
have to
literally
tell
feels
me.
like 30 minutes.
It feels like 30 minutes. You have to tell me like what do you have going on now? Like are you creating now? Is something coming up that we can look forward to? What you be
Yes.
getting? I know.
I mm-hmm.
Tell me, no, tell me.
I am
I'm just excited.
Yeah, no, me too. I am in a deep creative process. I have multiple projects going on all at the same time. Actually, I've never been so busy in my life creatively than I have during this pandemic, which like blows my mind. So, I am putting an EP out. I'm putting the single out in the fall, like November, and then the
Okay.
EP will be following it. There's not a specific release date yet, but
But it's coming.
it's coming, and it's been a while. I've put a lot of singles out, and I'm ready to put out an original
Oh, nice.
EP. And then I have some other projects in the works on the around that. So excited.
I'm excited for you. But the single is definitely coming out in November, though.
Yep.
Yeah, so we can look forward to that. That's good. Um, let's see. A final thought. That's what I'm going to start calling it. I don't know. I always call it something different. I'm like, give me a word. Oh, I got 3 words for you. Tell me what. But yeah,
Yeah. No, I
give
like
us
that.
a word to end with that we can, another gem that we can take along these uncertain times that we are living in.
Yeah. Well, I would say go within. This is the time to go within and do your healing, your inner healing, family healing, relationship healing, whatever healing you can do, because we have to break the cycles. We have to come together as humanity.
Yes, we
Our
do.
future is literally up to us. And I'm not I'm not an empowered visionary for no reason, because there's so many people out there that are like, well, history repeats itself and this is the way it is. And, but we have the power to change it. And
Yes, we do.
that's what we need to do collectively. It's up to us.
That it is definitely up to us. And my final word is that whatever it is that you are feeling is a perfect reflection of what is in the process of becoming. Exactly what you
Mm.
just exactly what you just
Yeah, but
said
you, yeah,
in
but
another way.
but you narrowed it down and put it in a nice little package. That's
Everyone,
beautiful.
please go. This song is amazing. I'm gonna share this, and I know you got so much music out there, but this is such a beautiful song, and I think that this should be the theme of COVID-19, along
Mm.
along with Secret Garden, of course, right? This song right
Yes,
here, Colors
thank
of
you.
Wind. we're going through so many different colors right now, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
wind is literally, it's blowing. And it can either take you or you can flow with
Flow
it.
with it. Yes. Yep.
Go.
I knew you were gonna
And
say
just
that.
and just be great. I just want everyone to be great. Thank you so much, Erica Kane, for your time, sharing your
Thank
gifts,
you.
your energy, your vibration. Shout out to my sponsor, 10K Cards, for making this beautiful digital business card. I see everyone on here. I know we were in conversation. It's like I flow with the flow. And then if I
Yes.
get off, I forget what I was talking about. Like it's very difficult sometimes, and then I'll go to something else. So I
Yeah,
didn't want
no,
to.
it's fine.
It was so hard to like shout out everybody, but I really want to say thank you to everyone that's on here. My goodness, this is awesome. I know
Yes,
there were
thank
so
you,
many
everybody.
people, sharing it on Twitter. Who's like, wow, look at all this love. This is love. This is
Yes.
us coming together in a digital way, and it's so beautiful. But you can feel it though.
Yep. You can
Right?
feel it. You
It's
can feel it.
real. So have an amazing evening. Love, light, and energy to you. We will be in touch. I'll be
Yes,
in
we
touch with
will.
you
We
soon.
have so much to
We
connect
got
on.
so much to connect on. Definitely. This is not the end. This is just the beginning of a beautiful relationship. I thank
Yes.
you so much,
Thank you.
Queen.
Thank you so much for having me. I
You are
love
so
your
welcome.
platform. It's so beautiful. The name of it
Thank
is so
you.
beautiful. And I'm glad that it evolved in the way it did and we could connect. So you have a beautiful evening too. And thank you. And thank you everybody who tuned in.
Yes. Mwah.